and welcome. In today's episode of Aspirational India, we bring you stories of inspiring women, ordinary women leading extraordinary lives. We all look up to strong, independent women. It's easy to give in to feelings of self-doubt and back down from challenges. But that's certainly not what being a strong woman is all about, as these inspirational and motivational stories will show you. So let's begin. Welcome once again. I'm Rukma with you. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. When we do the best we can, we never know what miracle is wrought in our life or in the life of another. Our first story is about breaking barriers, breaking accepted boundaries to lead self-reliant and secure lives. It's about an eatery on the outskirts of Mumbai run by women only. It's a restaurant in Millennium City, Mumbai, run completely by women, where reasonably priced, healthy, freshly cooked food is served to customers, fulfilling a great need of this city that never sleeps and attracts thousands every month, every year, and every day even. For the women who work here, it is a most satisfying job. Nearly 10 to 15 of them cook together in the kitchen and serve their customers. It was started by a retired teacher, Indumati Barve, and her friends and associates who wanted to do their bit for economically challenged women. They started the Shramik Mahila Vikas Sangh, and originally they started off with a papad manufacturing unit, but financial difficulties forced them to quit. They then came upon the idea of a canteen to serve cheap, healthy and delicious meals. The Shramik Mahila Vikas Sangh women pooled 3,000 rupees each and began the venture of a lifetime. Now they have many branches offering the same service, and business is booming. From buying the vegetables to preparing the ingredients, cooking the food and serving the customers, as well as sitting at the cash counter. The entire enterprise is run solely by women who firmly believe they are sending out a strong message of empowerment.
I love working here. Associating with this restaurant has made me, and in fact all of us, financially independent and self-reliant. Now we can buy all that we want for our families and children.
This canteen or restaurant or hotel, whatever you want, it is the perfect place to go if you want a taste of home-cooked food. The food is fresh and tasty, entirely non-spicy, yet delicious, and that's why we come here often. A big city like ours needs such a place. It's surely a wonderful achievement.
It is notable that the success of the venture goes in part to locals here who have given it their unstinting support and continue to do so. Mumbaikars here, known for their large-heartedness, continue to support the canteen and its goal of women empowerment in any way they can, whether it is by providing premises to rent, supplies or utensils.
Empowerment of the woman.
It's about empowering women, to give them the ability to build their lives, stand on their own feet. Empowering, we believe, is not just by giving them employment to earn money, but also by instilling a self-confidence. The spirit of self-reliance, and that is what's most important in the village of Vasai. Most of the catering work or functions come to us.
What originally began as just one unit now has 7. The Sangh has policies that ensure additional benefits too, like tea and coffee and meals for workers during working hours, education policies and insurance and pension benefits too for them. Festivals like Ganesh Chaturthi and Holi or Diwali are extremely busy, as they have almost all the catering jobs in the area. Truly an achievement these women can be proud of, as they set an example that many can follow. With Ruhi Malik in Mumbai, DD India. Destiny is a name often given in retrospect to choices that had dramatic consequences. In the western Indian state of Gujarat, a group of women astounded all who knew them when they began an organization that makes plastic that is biodegradable, protecting the environment while earning an income. Take a look. Women across India are taking the lead in many fields. These young women from the western Indian state of Gujarat are engaged in lively discussions as part of a unique startup making biodegradable plastic. While plastic has become the bane of our lives, polluting and destroying the environment, this startup is engaged in the manufacture of bioplastic, plastic made from organic materials, including vegetables, with great help from the Gujarat University Startup and Entrepreneur Council initiative. These women have for some time now been engaged in work that serves an essential purpose of everyday life and promotes sustainable living.
For decades, plastic has done the work of destroying and contaminating the planet. Millions of tons of plastic have choked the earth. At Ecorat, we use plant-based material for making what we call bioplastic, a substance that has all the qualities of plastic but which is completely biodegradable. It is absorbed by water and the soil easily. We mostly use plants, tapioca, wheat and so on. For fiber, we use cotton, and then with our special techniques, we make the stuff which protects the environment and yet fulfills all the purposes that normal plastic does.
Another major initiative that we found women here involved with is environment-friendly textiles. The textile industry has been blamed with much of the chemical contamination of the earth. Shika Shah's startup is an initiative that aims to stop this.
आप ये सोचिए कि एक किसान है वो प्लांट को अपने प्राइमरी रीजन
Think of a farmer. He grows his crop with the primary objective to provide food. Take for example a pineapple farmer. The fruit is his primary objective. The rest to him is waste, like the stems and the leaves. We study this waste and then come up with ways to use this fibrous content for these kinds of fibers. In a normal textile unit, these fibers are then subjected to a chemical process to generate this kind of fluffy cotton material. This is where we go for a completely different method which does not use any chemical material, and the result is textiles like these.
ऐसा नहीं हमारा फाइबर भी सस्टेनेबल हो. इस पूरे प्रोसीजर से आप फाइनली एक ऐसे एग्रीकल्चर वेस्ट से ये कपड़ा बना सकते हैं.
No country or nation can be built without the active contribution of its women population, more so when it is the dream of a self-reliant India, an India that cares for the ideals that ensure the world is a better place, where life and its environment are taken care of. In that sense, the work done by these women clearly shows how they are taking the lead. With Suman Burana in Gujarat, DD India. A woman is the full circle. Within her is the power to create, nurture and transform. When life tried to break her, this woman remained undaunted, fighting back with all her might, and became perhaps the only woman truck mechanic in the entire country, looking after her entire family and winning every day at her workplace. Meet this gutsy lady from Telangana who's carving a niche for herself in a male-dominated profession. A scene from the many roadside auto workshops in India, catering mostly to the heavy trucks that ply on the highway. Or so you would think. But this particular workshop is different. Notice the women here doing the heavy lifting and busy working at some repairs. She is Adi Lakshmi Mistri of Telangana in South India. Perhaps the only truck mechanic in the entire country, if not on the continent. While it may have been financial circumstances that could have forced her to take up what is predominantly a woman's profession, Adi Lakshmi has taken to it like a fish to water. From pumping tires to repairing axles, she is an expert in all the work that is done here. And what's more, she loves it.
I began this work nearly 3 years ago. I had no option but to work to support my husband, who owns this workshop for the sake of our daughters. Initially, it was tough. We had almost nothing to start with. But now things are much easier. We gave out our house on mortgage to generate the funds and invested all our efforts into this workshop, and it is thriving now.
3 years ago, financial problems forced the couple to mortgage their home. They put in all the money into their repair shop. Her husband could not afford workers, so Adi Lakshmi joined him. At first, customers balked at a woman tending to their vehicles. They doubted her ability to fit tires accurately and repair punctures, but not for long. Today, their workshop attracts customers from far and wide. Truly, Adi Lakshmi is someone who is a living, breathing example of a person who can achieve anything they want to, as long as they set their mind to it. Bureau Report, DD India. It's time now for a short break here on DD India. Keep watching. We'll be right back.
A global pandemic that's causing havoc worldwide. Search for an effective vaccine is on. Until then, the only option is caution and prevention. Now that the country has opened up under Unlock 5, it's all the more critical that we don't let our guard down. Face mask has been found to be the most effective means to fight the spread of COVID-19. World Health Organization and various researchers have also found that masks are critical in mitigating the spread of COVID-19. When you wear a mask, you protect yourself and people around you. Wearing a face mask helps prevent the spread of COVID-19, but only if worn properly.
बिना मास्क या फेस कवर के घर से बाहर निकलने की अभी कल्पना करना भी सही नहीं है.
Be a part of DD India campaign. Mask Up India. Come and join our initiative to fight COVID-19. Share your stories of masking up with us on Facebook and Twitter.
Mask Up India.
It's a simple task. Just wear a mask.
Mask Up India.
Mask Up India.
Mask Up India.
The way in which we think of ourselves has everything to do with how our world sees us and how we see ourselves, successfully acknowledged by the world. In Shimla in Himachal Pradesh, bad weather is the apple farmer's worst enemy. But these women who initially lost everything when the apple crop was destroyed did something that turned the tables on fate. The beautiful state of Himachal Pradesh, famous for its apples. But down on earth, the picture is not so rosy. Many a time, apple cultivators are faced with the problem of a faulty crop, like these women of Samoli village in Roru Valley in the state. But it pained them to throw away the fruit of their hard labor. And as women often do, they decided they would not sit by and let their work go to waste. Help came in the form of government-sponsored food processing initiatives for which they trained, and the products they made ended up in the market where they earned their price, making their self-help group a success.
We were really disheartened when our B-grade apples were sold at throwaway prices. We couldn't think what to do. Then help came in the form of the horticulture department and block initiatives. We went there, about 20 of us, undertook days of training and learned how to make chutneys, sauces, juice, jams and many other products. We tried out what we had learned and the result was wonderful. Our products sold for good prices and were widely appreciated.
One of the most successful products is the Himachali apple spicy chutney. Very popular, not just locally, but orders are flooding in from as far away as Bangalore in South India, boosting their morale and bringing in nice profits too.
The loss of a crop or branding as B grade is very disheartening. It is as if branding our years' hard labor as being inferior. They are just given away in the market in bulk. So that when we decided on a business to make different kinds of products such as juices, jams, jellies and chutneys, that we can earn well from it was such a relief. A solution to our pain. A business like this can really prosper and employ many.
Apple chips, another innovative idea, are also doing very well and selling at a good price. Someone once said, adversity brings great opportunity. For these women of the Rohru Valley, it seems to have certainly done so. An enterprise that started in the lockdown has become a lifelong source of empowerment and growth. With Pradeep Rahi in Himachal Pradesh, DT India. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, how you can still come out of it. Our next story is about just such a young girl, Jia Rai, 12 years old and diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. And she created history by swimming from Bandra Worli Sea Link to the Gateway of India, a distance of 36 kilometers in 8 hours and 40 minutes on the 17th of February 2021. Meet 12-year-old Jia Rai, a record holder in swimming, who at this tender age has achieved what many of us can only dream of. Jia's passion in life is swimming, and she has actually swum the 36-kilometer length of sea from the Worli Sea Link to the Gateway of India in just 8 hours 40 minutes under the supervision of the Swimming Association of Maharashtra. The daughter of a naval officer, Jia suffers from autism spectrum disorder, something that makes her achievement even more astounding. Much of the credit here goes to her parents, who have sacrificed and done everything they could for their daughter.
Autism जो है मेरे हिसाब से एक जुनून है.
Autism, according to me, is a passion. And it is this passion that I see when I look at my daughter. She is not distracted by anything when she decides on a goal. And passion is necessary for any big achievement in any field.
On the gate, autism सबसे बड़ी जो strongest जोन है कि ये एक जुनून है.
Autism spectrum disorder is a condition characterized by behavioral conditions such as hyperactivity, impulsivity, and short attention span, among others, to a degree much higher than in normal children. Jia's parents are understandably very proud of their daughter's achievements.
एक नॉर्मल बच्चा कोई स्ट्रोक सीख के 100 या 200 मीटर कर सकता था. अगर एक बार जिया कोई स्ट्रोक आ गया.
A normal child can cover no more than perhaps 100 meters after learning the butterfly stroke, for example. But for Jia, the sky is the limit. She can easily cover maybe 200 meters or even 400. That is the power of this condition. Many do not know this, but there is nothing to be afraid of as far as autism is concerned. This is what we have been trying to tell the world. Have faith in yourself and your child.
कि आप एकदम मत घबराइए, अपने पे बिलीव रखिए, अपने बच्चे पे बिलीव रखिए और हार्ड वर्क कीजिए.
Jia's other passion in life is cooking, which she really enjoys. For her parents who have devoted their lives to their gifted daughter, she is someone to cherish and nurture. Someone who could perhaps win gold at the Olympics for India one day. With Kiran and Mamta Bhatt in Mumbai, DD India. Time now for another very short break, but there's more up ahead here on Aspirational India. Stay tuned.
Namaste India.
Namaste land.
Marhaban ila al-Hind.
Zari India.
Salam India.
Namaste India.
Namaskar Bharata.
Mui
Nous
India.
sommes l'Inde.
نحن هنود.
India.
माँ हिंदी हस्ती
Mung Hindian.
सलाम हिंदुस्तान.
We are India.
Your window to rising India. India's voice on global platforms. Latest news from India and around the world. In-depth analysis of global headlines. Watch DD India in your country. Available for downlink in all Southeast Asian countries. STTV broadcast is available through the satellite GSAT 17 at 93.5 degrees east. HDTV broadcast is available through the satellite GSAT 10 at 83 degrees east. For technical details, scan here. Switch to DD India now.
One of the most courageous things you can do is identify yourself, know who you are, what you believe in, and where you want to go. She's just 21 years of age and the daughter of a fisherman. Poverty was all she knew for most of her life. Undaunted by the hardships, this young girl and her sister went on to win local, national, and even world championships. A report. Meet Manisha Keer of Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh, a 21-year-old super achiever whose story is the stuff of legend. Much of Manisha's life was spent in poverty and deprivation. As the daughter of a fisherman, part of her life was spent in helping her father to fish. But not for long. Soon she was targeting the biggest honors in shooting in Asian and World Championships, traveling the world and across India, winning gold, silver and bronze medals. For Manisha, the turning point were the Khelo India Games. And she says she cannot thank Prime Minister enough for the opportunities the Games gave her.
All my gratitude goes to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It is because he gave people like us the opportunity that I could achieve so much. Like the Khelo India Games. These games changed my life.
Manisha has participated in many national and international competitions till date. She has won championships at the world level and made all of us at the academy very proud. The entire nation is proud of her today.
Manisha has participated in many national and international competitions till date. She has won championships at the world level. Within the country, Manisha has been awarded for her achievements many times over. For instance, with the Eklavya Award. Her sister Sona too is an emerging sports star in water sports. As for their father, he says his daughters are his strength.
My daughters are my strength. I could never have afforded to send my daughters of any kind of sports training whatsoever. I could have never afforded the kind of food they need or the gear that the academy has given them. But these yojanas have changed their lives. I am very proud of my sisters. They have achieved so much. They are a great inspiration for me.
And so their story continues. Two sisters who dared to dream, and the support for sports in our country that helped them make their dreams a reality. With Vinod Dolekar from Bhopal, DD India. And finally, as the need for protecting the earth becomes more and more pertinent with each passing year, we bring you this story of a young woman in Raipur from whom we can certainly learn to do something about our duty towards Mother Earth. Take a look. In today's world, where life is always busy and traffic and air and noise pollution are a part and parcel of our everyday existence, few worry about their surroundings, but there are some who do, like this young girl from Dantewada in Raipur, seen here planting a tree. But it's not a one-off. Nandini Dikshit has taken it upon herself to plant a tree every day in memory of our martyrs from the 19th to the 25th of every month. Even in everyday life, plants are Nandini's passion, and she spends much of her time collecting, studying, and preparing them for planting. Nandini's campaign is in memory of our brave soldiers who give their lives in the country's service. Even her parents are surprised, although supportive, of her dedication. Union Minister Prakash Javadekar has praised her efforts in a tweet.
This is a campaign I began to honor our soldiers who were martyred and to preserve our planet. Every month from the 19th to the 25th, I plant a tree in their memory. And I appeal to all to plant a tree. Just one and take care of it. Plant it in a place where you can take care of it. Climate change is the result of our lifestyles, and only we can reverse it by planting trees, shifting to public transport, and so on.
Nandini has gone one step further in her campaign for preservation of the environment. She has actually greened a large patch of barren, rocky land in her hometown. The trees here have surprisingly flourished, creating a green zone despite the hostile territory, thanks only to her painstaking daily efforts. And in this, she is supported by her parents.
Study hard, I tell her. But I have also tried to instill in her a sense of service to the nation and society. I feel that all these aspects are important.
Nandini, in fact, is as serious about her studies as she is about the environment. She is presently preparing for the engineering entrance exams. It is youth like her who represent the new India, an India that works towards self-reliance and a better world. Bureau Report, DD India. Well, that's all in this edition of Aspirational India this week. We'll be back again next week with more inspirational and motivational stories. We hope you enjoyed our show. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.